Hello, and welcome to the Suspense Showcase 2020. I am your host, Bliss Plummer. In our broadcast classes at the high school, we created spooky suspense projects during the month of October. We had to use 3 different techniques to create our projects. They were creative camera angles, building tension through editing, and long shots. Throughout the show today, I'm going to share with you a project that incorporated all 3 techniques, along with 3 different scenes that properly showcase each technique. The first technique is a long shot. It has movement in the foreground and the background. It typically is one long continuous shot instead of smaller shots. In addition, it typically has a long focal length and allows action to happen in the front and the back of the frame. Let's take a look at the long shot that was created by Lexi Prosco and Marley Hunter. I'm now being joined by Marley Hunter. How did you come up with the idea for your long shot?
Me and Lexi wanted to create a scene where you can see the kid going through the back door without anyone seeing her.
Tell me about your shot. What's going on in the foreground and the background?
In the background, you can see the kid leaving through the door, and in the foreground, you can see Lexi just doing something, not seeing her, not paying attention.
Thanks, that was great. For the next technique, we use creative camera angles. Creative camera angles are recorded from different positions to give a feeling of suspense. It can include low angles, close-ups, and security camera views. By putting these different types of shots together, an eerie setting is formed, making the audience feel uncomfortable or uneasy by changing their normal perspective. I worked with Mario Pusateri, and we created a scene that incorporated creative angles. Mario and I used creative camera angles to create our scene. We used multiple views such as on top of the car and the point of view from inside the trunk to make this scene. We wobbled the camera and unfocused it inside the trunk to give the illusion of being inside the trunk. It took a few tries, but it paid off. Another technique used to build suspense in a suspense-style project is building tension through editing. Building tension through editing is a way to bring suspense to a scene by the way it was edited. There are usually quick cuts and an increase in speed throughout the scene, and it has audio that creates a sense of tension. There can be different creepy sounds or spooky music included. Let's take a look at 2 scenes created by this technique, building tension through editing. The first is by Elena Traficante, and the second is by Zoe Sanchez and Anna Ruggieri.
Good to go.
What happened?
I just saw someone in the window.
And now, my dear, I bring you the kiss of death.
No, please! Building tension through editing seems to be the most challenging techniques for students to use. Tell us what shots you used to go back and forth while creating tension through editing.
We used the shots between the Grim Reaper and the bride. I played both parts. It was pretty difficult for me and Anna to get the right angles, especially looking up on the Grim Reaper and down on the bride. But the way that it all played out ended up coming out really nice.
How did sound effects play a part in making suspense?
Our sound effects were pretty good. We didn't use too many in terms of sound itself, but in terms of audio and music in the background, we had a creepy kind of wedding music and other just kind of like white noise, like wind and stuff. But our audio did play out really well.
Thanks, Zoe. Now is the project. It's a combination of all 3 techniques. This is a hard task to complete. It uses a plot and all the different types of techniques which need to flow seamlessly together to create the project. For this class, Cassidy King created Chubbs. It properly shows creative camera angles, a long shot, and creating tension through editing, which come together to create a great suspenseful story.
Alright, see ya.
See ya. Love you.
Have a good bye. My mom was the most cautious, overprotective person in the world. For them to say that she left the church to walk across the street in 12-degree weather, dark of night, where it was icy and snowy, into a foot of freezing cold water to take her own life, it just doesn't make sense.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, what's up?
We're just checking in. We want to make sure that you put the cat away, start the dishwasher, and close everything up tonight, okay? Love you.
Love you too. Have fun.
Thanks. Will. Be safe.
Alright, bye. Taxi. Chop chops. Tox. Chop chops. What are you doing down there?
chub. Toxie. Tox. Chubby. Tox. Toxie. Chub chub. Oh my god!
So this project has all 3 techniques used. Which one was the hardest and why?
I think the hardest was probably building tension through editing, because whenever I was filming like the initial clip that was cutting between my face and the Netflix show that I was watching, I ended up cutting the video short when I was filming, so I ran out of video to cut back to, so I had to work with it and make it sort of go fading in and out from black, which was kind of tricky.
How did you come up with a plot for your project?
I'm not really sure. I was just trying to think of something that would realistically scare me, and a lot of the times I'm downstairs at night like doing homework, and I always feel like someone's watching me through my windows, so I went with that.
If you could change anything about it, would you?
I think I would probably work on my audio a little more. I ran out of time, so I would probably add some more music and work on some sound effects.
Thank you. Please remember, all these projects are fictional and were used for this class only. I hope you enjoyed watching these spooky projects and have a great Halloween weekend, PTHS.